What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's SmackDown Showdown time in the Premier Cup. Yes, in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing a set of battles featuring Rhyperior absolutely destroying the Premier Cup meta. Now, I'm not a big fan of Rhyperior. It has a lot of weaknesses and also a couple of double weaknesses, but and I also had my inhibitions about trying it out, but when you can line up the specific matchups correctly, it can absolutely destroy. And for the team composition, I'm going to be running it with Gyarados and Swampert as well. Gyarados and Swampert can pretty much cover up for most of Rhyperior's weaknesses, which is why this is actually a pretty solid team comp. And also I'm going to be running Smackdown on Rhyperior just to provide that additional coverage against Togekiss, Gyarados, and Dragonite. So some really exciting battles in here, and if you're new to this channel, I do upload PvP related content on a pretty regular basis. So if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. We just made it past 80 subscribers and we're closing in on 100. So I would be extremely grateful if you can help me get there, and let's just get straight into these battles. Okay, moving on to the first battle here. I'm going to be leading with Rhyperior, with Gyarados and Swampert in the back. And first battle with Rhyperior. And of course we run into a Swampert. This is absolutely terrible because Rhyperior is going to be double weak to water because of the rock ground typing. Typically my plan in this matchup is just to build a little extra energy and catch the Hydro Cannon with my Swampert. Unfortunately, I tried to switch out. There was a little bit of lag there, which is why it didn't allow me to switch out. And I'm going to have to shield this up, unfortunately. So I'm just going to try and catch the next Hydro Cannon with Swampert. But they had so much energy. I don't know. I mean, because of a little bit of lag, I guess they gained a couple of extra mud shots worth of energy, which is why they're going to get off another Hydro Cannon. Unfortunately, we are going down 2 shields here. This is not ideal. So at this point, I'm just going to build up a little extra and then switch into my own Swampert here. And then obviously, they are loaded on quite a bit of energy here. So this is probably just going to be a Hydro Cannon. It's going to do some nice neutral damage to Swampert. So they are still staying in this matchup, which is why I'm going to go for my own Hydro Cannon here. And this tells me they probably don't have a Swampert counter in the back. So they shield the Hydro Cannon as well. So they are still staying in this matchup. And another charge move coming through. I'm really hoping this is just a Hydro Cannon, right? Because if it's an Earthquake, it would take us out from this range. Luckily, it's only a Hydro Cannon, which means that I can get to another Hydro Cannon here. This should either pressure the final shield from Swampert or get it extremely low. Let's see what they decide to do here. They decide to let that go through. That's understandable because now they're going to be able to commit to the Mud Shot farm down. And obviously going to come in with Gyarados here because we resist the water moves because of the water typing. And yeah, I mean, it's still not looking great, right? Because they have a shield advantage and also they have switch advantage as well. Actually, they switch into their Metagross now. It's a Shadow Metagross. So that is extremely spicy there. So I'm just going to go straight for the crunch here. They still do have a shield. Remember, because it's Shadow, it's going to take a lot more damage from those crunch. And I'm just going to switch into Rhyperior because we have back-to-back superpowers now. So I'm just going to go for the first superpower here. It's going to do neutral damage against Metagross because of the Steel Psychic typing. And I'm really trying to get to the second superpower here. Unfortunately, we lose CMP there. So that was very unfortunate. I mean, if I had gotten the superpower off, then I could have flipped this matchup. It's only a Psychic, which is understandable because it's a Shadow Pokemon. They probably haven't invested an Elite Charge TM on it yet to unlock the Meteor Mash. So I'm just going to commit to the Dragon Breath farm down here and let's see what they have in the back. It's still tricky. So they have a Snorlax in the back. So this is a weird glitch. I don't know. Do let me know in the comments below. This happened to me a couple of times in this particular set where only Snorlax appears as this weird white ball of light or something. And look at the Hydro Cannon there. It goes in a completely different direction. I don't know what's going on here. It's just so weird. I mean, and yeah, I mean, even though I got the Hydro Pump off, I'm sorry, I should have said Hydro Pump, not Hydro Cannon. But we go down there. But it's absolutely fine. I think that was a bit of a key mistake there. I was slightly off in terms of switching out of my Rhyperior. I probably could have saved a shield there. Or maybe even saved 2 shields. And that could have flipped the matchup. But the Smackdown showdown begins right now. And Rhyperior is going to start going to town here. So we have Rhyperior into Togekiss. Very positive matchup. This is exactly why you want to have Smackdown on it. They make an immediate switch into Swampert and we're going to go into Gyarados here. I'm going to try and switch, but you know, there was a little bit of lag there. So they do have quite a bit of energy here. This could be a Sludge Wave because that it would do some nice neutral damage to Gyarados. Yeah, it does a decent amount. But they're going to have to basically get off 2 Sludge Waves and a Hydro Cannon to get rid of Gyarados, right? Because those Mud Shots are doing nothing. And I'm just going to go straight for the Crunch here. It's going to do some nice neutral damage to Swampert and puts it extremely low. And I can just commit to the Dragon Breath Farm down now. This is too soon to be another Sludge Wave. It's just a Hydro Cannon. Even if it's Sludge Wave, I'm not worried about it because we can survive it. It's only a Hydro Cannon like I mentioned. So I'm just going to commit to the complete Dragon Breath Farm down here and expecting the Togekiss to come back in. And I'm just going to go straight for the Crunch here. I'm really hoping to get a shield. If they think this is a Hydro Pump, if they weren't counting properly, they probably might think this is a Hydro Pump. But yeah, they were really smart there, so they don't shield that up. So we're on even shields, but I have switch advantage. So I'm just going to come in with Rhyperior here. And they make an immediate switch into their Gyarados. This is fine. This is perfect. It's a Dragon Breath Gyarados. This is good because we're only taking neutral damage. And I'm going to commit to the complete Smackdown Farm down here. I'm just going to shield once and then completely Smackdown Farm down this Gyarados. This is exactly why you want to have Smackdown on Rhyperior. Look at this. It's just absolutely destroying this Gyarados. Rhyperior just deleted the Gyarados there. And at this point, we have back-to-back Rock Wreckers here. I'm trying to completely farm this Togekiss down, but I realized that we're taking a lot of damage from Charms. Might as well throw the Charge Move. They still have 2 shields, but I'm going to be able to burn both their shields here with the first Rock Wrecker. Second Rock Wrecker coming through. This should definitely get their final shield. And at this point, they're just in Hydro Cannon range, right? So I'm just immediately going to switch into Swampert here. And we still have a shield advantage, and this pretty much GG's at this point. I'm just going to shield this up. Actually, we can get by even without shielding because it's going to be resisted if it's a flamethrower or an ancient power there. But I'm not here to gamble or anything. I'm just going to go straight for the Hydro Cannon here. And this should definitely finish off the Togekiss. So as you can see, Rhyperior basically completely smacked down, farmed down a full health Gyarados, got 2 shields from a Togekiss, and also got it down by about 70%. That was just some seriously good performance there by Rhyperior. And these are the exact, especially in team comps which have double flyers, a lot of people like to have at least 2, I mean if not 2, at least 1 of Togekiss, Gyarados and Dragonite, right? And any combination of those Pokemon, Rhyperior can go to town with. So moving into the third battle here, we have Rhyperior into Gyarados. Very positive again. We're going to have to wait and see if this is Waterfall. It's a Dragon Breath Gyarados. This is perfect. So they make an immediate switch into Metagross, and I'm going to go into Swampert here. So this is perfect. We did win the lead, and we have the perfect hard counter here. And I'm not going to shield this up because it's only going to be a Meteor Mash. I don't want that Gyarados to come and farm in case they don't shield my charge moves. So I'm just going to build up a little extra energy and then throw the Hydro Cannon here, hoping to get a shield from this Metagross. Actually, it doesn't matter what they do because irrespective of what they do, they can't win switch advantage. So they do shield the Hydro Cannon here. And I'm just going to go straight for the next Hydro Cannon. Let's see if they decide to burn both shields here. Probably could have gone for Earthquake this time, to be honest. But they do let that go through. So I'm just going to have to get off another Hydro Cannon here. But another charge move coming through. Absolutely going to shield this because I have to maintain switch advantage. And pretty much take out this Metagross as well. And I'm just going to go for this... for the next Hydro Cannon here. This should definitely get rid of Metagross or get their final shield. They shield that up. That is very surprising actually. So, and they make a switch into Gyarados. So I'm immediately going to go into Rhyperior here. I'm going to go into Rhyperior and then go straight for the Rock Wrecker because I don't want to eat a potential charge move or have to use a shield at this point. Rock Wrecker obviously is going to do super effective damage and finish off the Gyarados at one shot there. Boom. It's just such a hard-hitting move, right? And they're going to come in with Metagross here. And I'm just going to farm down this Metagross, right? Even though it's resisted, the health on the Metagross is extremely low that I'm going to be able to do it if I shield the Meteor Mash here and just completely farm this thing down. I'm really hoping they have a Dragonite or a Togekiss in the back. But they have a Magnezone in the back. This is perfect as well. So I'm just going to build up a little extra energy and then throw the Superpower here. Magnezone is extremely glassy and it's going to take super effective damage from the Superpower because of the Steel typing and almost takes it out. So, and yeah, they give up the match there. So yeah, they knew probably at that point there was no way for them to come back. Actually, they probably had a small window of opportunity because Gyarados can get one shot by a Wild Charge, but they didn't know I have a Gyarados in the back. So I think we had that anyways for the most part. As you can see, Rhyperior once again got rid of the Gyarados and then pretty much took care of the Magnezone as well. You don't even need Mud Slap to get rid of Magnezone because those electric moves are double resisted. Even Smackdown along with one Superpower is going to do enough damage to it. So we have Rhyperior into Togekiss. Once again, very positive lead. And expecting a switch out here. And they make a switch into their Snorlax. Again, like you can see, another This is so absurd. It happens only with Snorlax. And look at the direction where the Dragon Breaths are going. It's almost like it's coming towards me, and it's just so weird. This game is broken, right? I mean, it's just a body slam coming through. It's going to do neutral damage, and it just completely threw me off because I'm looking at the health bar and it's at like a different place in the screen. And yeah, just another body slam coming through. Definitely gonna let it go. Okay, I have to win switch advantage here, so let's see what we can do. We also lag a little bit, and just gonna overfarm here and throw the crunch. I'm really hoping that they let it go through because I need back-to-back crunches to get rid of this Snorlax here. They do let the first one go through, as I can tell from the health bar there. And I'm just gonna go for the next crunch here. This is just so weird. So can we win switch advantage here? Yeah, we win switch advantage there. They let the crunch go through, which is huge. So that was super weird. Anyways, they're gonna come back with Togekiss and Charm farm this Gyarados down, but this is fine. We have switch advantage. Gonna come in with Rhyperior here, and let's see what they have in the back. They make a switch into their Garchomp. Gonna go into Swampert here. Now Swampert is a pretty neutral matchup against Garchomp, but definitely loses to it, especially considering they have an energy advantage. So just gonna throw the Hydro Cannon immediately here. It's gonna do some nice neutral damage to Garchomp because of the Dragon ground typing. They do let that go through. Let's see what they decide to do here. They are building up on quite a bit of energy. I'm just going to risk it. I'm just going to risk it and call the Sand Tomb bait here. Sometimes it may pay off, but it pays off this time, which is really good because if it was an outrage, that really would have been nasty, right? I'm just going to shield this up because like I said, they had like quite a bit of loaded energy, and we correctly shield the outrage this time. This is huge. So, I mean, calling the bait is absolutely huge in this matchup. It can definitely flip this matchup because if I had fallen for the bait, I would have definitely lost this matchup. And then Rhyperior would have really struggled to take down this Garchomp, right? And just going to go for the next Hydro Cannon here. This should definitely get their final shield or put the Garchomp extremely low. Let's see what they decide to do here. They shield that up, which is absolutely fine. We still have a shield as well, so they are over farming on quite a bit of energy. This could probably just be a Sand Tomb bait, but I don't really want to risk it at this point because I'm just going to shield this up. It's only a Sand Tomb, and they make a switch into Togekiss as expected. I'm going to go immediately for the Rock Wrecker here. I could have over farmed a little bit, but we are still taking a lot of damage from Charms, right? So I might as well just go for this Rock Wrecker right away and then get rid of Togekiss. And now that Garchomp basically has to throw a charge move, right? And even a Sand Tomb is not going to be enough because Sand Tomb is such a weak move anyways. It's going to also take a couple of subsequent mud shots, and we're already halfway through to a Hydro Cannon on Swampert. So Sand Tomb coming through is going to do super effective damage on and also lower Rhyperior's defense. But I'm going to be able to get to the Superpower here. It's going to do some nice neutral damage and get rid of this Garchomp. So like you can see, once again, Rhyperior pretty much one-shotting a Togekiss and also being able to take out a Garchomp in the back. So pretty positive. Rhyperior has been the MVP in this set in all three of these battles. It's pretty much come in super clutch every single time. I guess when we won the lead the last 3 times, which is why I guess it worked out a little better as well. But let's see what happens when we lose the lead, right? We did lose the lead in the first game, but there was a little bit of lag there as well. But moving into the final battle of this set, we have Machamp on the lead. This is not a great matchup for Rhyperior. Machamp, in fact, is a problem for this entire team, to be honest. I'm going to safe switch into Swampert here. Let's see what they decide to do. They bring in their Gardevoir. So this is absolutely fine. Gardevoir is extremely glassy. And the only way they're winning this matchup is if they double shield. So I'm absolutely fine with that. So I'm just going to go straight for the Hydro Cannon here. This should definitely get the shield from Gardevoir because it's extremely glassy. And I'm just going to go straight for the next Hydro Cannon here. It's going to do some nice neutral damage to Gardevoir if it goes unshielded. Let's see. Yeah, they decided to let this one go through. But I'm going to be able to get to the next Hydro Cannon here. So this should either pressure the final shield from Gardevoir or take it out. So they're going to either be at a 2 shield disadvantage or they're going to lose switch advantage here. They're going for switch advantage, so that's absolutely fine. We have a 2 shield advantage. So I'm just going to come in with Rhyperior here and smack down, farm down this Gardevoir down. Have to shield this up because if it's Shadow Ball, it would do quite a bit of damage. And yeah, that was a good shield there. And I'm just going to commit to the complete smackdown, farm down now. We did lose the switch advantage, so still a pretty tricky matchup. I'm expecting the Machamp to come back in. So I'm just going to time the switch perfectly to catch the cross chop. This was key. I had to make sure that I did that immediately because now it's only going to be a cross chop. It's going to be resisted because of the flying typing. If it was Rock Slide, obviously it would have done super effective damage. And they're staying in this matchup, which really tells me they have something in the back which is weak to Gyarados. I'm expecting either a Metagross or a Swampert in the back. And absolutely going to shield this up because if this is going to be a Rock Slide, can pretty much take out Gyarados from this range. And I'm just gonna go straight for the Hydro Pump here because Crunch is resisted, it would not take it out. And I don't want to run the risk of eating another charge move here. Just in case, like I said, they have a Swampert or a Metagross in the back. I need to preserve as much health on my Gyarados to get rid of it, right? And as expected. So many people like to have Metagross in the back, and it's a race to the charge move. I'm really hoping I can get to a Crunch before Meteor Mash comes through. Luckily, we're able to do it. This is huge. So because we almost have a Superpower on Rhyperior, we put this Metagross now in Superpower range, right? I was actually thinking about switching out, but I decided to stay in this matchup and soak up the charge move because now I can just come in with Rhyperior and throw the Superpower, right? We're almost at a Superpower here. I'm just gonna go for it. It's gonna do some nice neutral damage, and from this range, definitely finish off the Metagross here. So yeah, finishes off the Metagross and Rhyperior once again, sealing the deal. So that was, I believe that's the 4th win in a row in this set, and yeah, I think that's a 4-1 set there. So yeah, as you can see, 4-1, not bad at all. I could have easily gone 5-0. I mean, that initial game, if I timed my switch perfectly, it could have happened. But as you can see, I mean, this is a really solid team comp, and if you want to try out Rhyperior in Premier Cup, I would highly recommend trying it out with this team comp. Like I said, when you can line it up correctly, it can absolutely destroy, right? And because, like I said, Dragonite, Gyarados, and Togekiss are so common in the meta, it works really well, especially with Smackdown. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button as well. And I'll see you guys next time.